This is the Analysis in Chains with Nathan Williams and Neal Kieran.
Hello everyone, welcome to Analysis in Chains by Crypto News. It's Neal, your host. I'm here again with our crypto master, Alain. Alain, how are you?
I'm very good. How about you guys? Crypto master. The first time I've had a master next to my name.
Yeah. Crypto master. Not bad for a guy who's down 50% in his portfolio. So we're back again to talk about how to properly secure your funds through all the various wallets that are out there. I'm sure many of you are trying to get your head around the different type of wallets. Maybe you just use my Ether wallet and that's it. Good for you. But if you're venturing out to different types of crypto, you're going to realize it's not so easy to secure your funds.
No, there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. And I think out of lack of education or just laziness, I think most people will either keep it on the exchange that they have or not even know there's other options, right?
So, Alain, why shouldn't people keep it on the exchange?
That's a good question. The funny thing is that I keep some of it on the exchange.
No.
Yeah, I keep a lot of my funds on the exchange because it's convenient. Actually, when you onboard your money, so if you go on Coinbase, that's an exchange. You're buying let's say you're buying some Ethereum with your credit card and you have a balance afterwards. So you spend $100, you've got some Ethereum equivalent, that's on Coinbase. This is what we consider storing it on your exchange. You leave it there, so it's like your bank account. But what's dangerous about that is that this is the whole point of having decentralization. You don't want to have one place that people can get attacked or compromised. So if somebody gets into Coinbase, then all your funds have been compromised, right? Everyone's kind of a victim in that case. So all of the exchanges are like this. So Binance would be like this, Bittrex, wherever you're onboarding money or storing cryptocurrencies, if it's on exchange, it's vulnerable.
I think many people assume, I have my funds on Bittrex or Coinbase and it doesn't have a history of being hacked, so therefore I'm safe. But the thing is, you can't really assume that or wait for it to happen. I think everyone, needs to follow best practices, which is as soon as you buy crypto that you like, you need to move it into a wallet. But the thing is, not all wallets are very user-friendly. And not all wallets are available on Ledger Wallet, for example. So before we go into other wallets, what hardware wallets do you use, Alain?
I think the safest and the most prehistoric kind of wallet that you can use is a paper wallet. So the whole point of a wallet, or actually of storing, the whole point of storing cryptocurrencies is you have a private key that represents your wallet. And this private key should only be known by you. And so you can have different ways to store this private key. And one of the basic, most easiest ways is to have it printed out on a paper. So you have your string of digits. That's your private key. You print it out on a paper and you're going to safely store this paper somewhere. So you don't give it to your neighbor. You don't keep it on the corner of your table. And I think Andreas Antonopoulos, this is what he does. That's actually his method, the safest way. He prints it out and he stores it in a vault at a bank. Which is kind of ironic, right? So he's like this anti-bank guy and he's storing his wallet of Bitcoin in a bank.
But the thing is that the problem with a paper wallet is that it has 20 digits. And so it's going to be annoying to type out 20 digits every few minutes.
Yeah, it's annoying. And it's also not the most convenient. If you type out the wrong things. And so the next kind of wallet that we have is on computers. So you can have a wallet that's stored on your hard drive. I personally don't use any. Do you use any of these?
So the thing is that I found I was using some of the paper wallets at the start, and I found it very annoying with typing out 20 digits. And so I just used a Word document. and just copy and paste my Word document and, use my Ether wallet, and that was it. But then I just read so many horror stories about doing that and how easy it was to get compromised. So I bought myself a Ledger wallet. And the thing about Ledger Wallet is that I recommend it mainly because the private key is on a piece of hardware, like a USB stick. So it means that it's not shown to people out there. It's probably one of the best ways to store your funds. And what's great about Ledger Wallet is that how it interfaces with my Ether wallet or mycrypto.com is that it's instead of showing the private key, or copy and pasting the private key like I would have done in the past, it is naturally connected to my Ether wallet and mycrypto.com. They read the private key on the USB key. So it means that I'm just straight in. It's so easy just to open up, just to view my Ethereum wallet through those two websites. I find this is, one of the easiest way to transact. But the thing is, I'm very dependent then on the various apps that Ledger Wallet do create for other cryptocurrencies. So for example, if I want to use Bitcoin, hey, it's great. I just use their app, but I can only have one wallet. Whereas with Ethereum, I can have 20 wallets. It's fantastic. And then if I wanted to store my Cardano, I can't. I have to wait for them to develop a wallet for Cardano. So this is kind of the drawback of hardware wallets, is that not all of your favorite crypto is actually stored on hardware wallets. So therefore, you're having to go down the route of downloading their specialized wallets, which I don't know if you've tried it yet, Alain. It's not fun.
No, I think I have only one wallet that's directly from a crypto, and it's not fun to use. Like the ones that you have to actually have on your computer, your computer becomes a point of compromise. Like if there's a hacker that has installed a keylogger on your system, he potentially could have your private key or your credentials to access your private key. He could lock up your hard drive with a crypto locker, and then you'd be screwed. Like you'd lose all your funds. There's a story of this man who had millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, and he threw away his hard drive or his computer, thinking that it's not going to be worth anything. And then when he remembered that he had all that money or all that Bitcoin on his hard drive, he's willing to pay like $3 million for someone to find that wallet again. And so this is another kind of danger of having locally stored things. So in my mind, there's no easy way. If you're going to be investing in crypto in 2018, you always have to have some sort of inconvenience. And so it's good to be educated about all of them and to take your precautions.
Because I think that's a very interesting story, because at the moment I'm having to download wallets for, say, Cardano and Turtlecoin as well, which I've gotten interested in. And it's a bit inconvenient because the process of syncing can take a long time. And I think it took nearly 24 hours for Cardano. And for Turtlecoin, it took nearly 2 days for them to sync up completely, which it's not a lot of megabytes or downloading, but the whole process can take a lot of time. And as you said, like, what if my hardware breaks? Some wallets, it's easy to retrieve what I've actually downloaded, and it's or whatever crypto is in that wallet, it can be retrievable from another device. That's something that Cardano does, but not all cryptos thought this far ahead. And if your computer were to fall apart or break, then you could end up losing thousands of dollars. And it's why everyone says you're better off just using a hardware wallet, be a Trezor or a Ledger wallet. But the problem is you're still at the mercy of them developing your favorite crypto. And the thing is, also, you're still vulnerable, even if you have a good hardware wallet, because I've heard various horror stories in relation to Ledger Wallet. For example, there are some hackers now have interfaces that makes you think you're interacting with your Ledger Wallet, but in actual fact, they have an interface in front of you. So you're inputting your details, and you're actually sending your crypto to another address that's not your own because of this. Because maybe you went into the wrong link, or you went and you had some phishing email or whatever. So it means that hackers are able to fool you into thinking that you're in your funds when you're actually. Now, no one's no one's hacking into the wallet, but they're just giving the illusion of something else, and that means that you end up sending your funds somewhere else.
Exactly. So this is what happened with the My Ether wallet hack. Well, it wasn't really My Ether wallet that got hacked. It's the DNS system on the internet, like the name resolution system. So basically, the hackers just made it seem they made up a website that looked exactly like My Ether wallet, and so you're using something secure. You're using like your hardware wallet. You have really, you're the only one that can access your private keys, but you're using My Ether wallet, the website, to interact with the blockchain. And so that's the part that got compromised. And so, yeah, your keys are still safe, but your transaction could have gotten hijacked. So exactly what you were saying, Neil, like you think that you're sending it to one address, but actually the hijacker got in and then changed the destination address, and bam, all your money's gone. Or not your money, but your transaction is gone. And so in this case, there's a couple of things. So I researched it a little bit, the My Ether wallet incident, and there's a couple of things that you can do, dear listener. There's a couple of things that you can do to safeguard from this kind of event. First of all, when you go to My Ether wallet, make sure you type in the full address, like My Ether wallet, or if you have a bookmark to it. That's one of the first things actually it says on the website. It's like, are you really on this particular website? Binance also does that. And so just make sure that you are on it. Another thing you can do is from a DNS security point of view, you can use a DNS service that's free on the internet. For example, OpenDNS, and that will check all the websites that you're looking up to see if it's really the authentic one. So they're going to do some certificate checkups. They'll see if there's some malicious activity going on the internet with it. And so these public DNS services that you can use is really useful, and it's free. And so just be careful. That's what we're saying. Be careful. Even though you have a hardware wallet, doesn't mean that you're out of the woods. You still have to take some more precautions.
So this is the thing about crypto. It's still early days. There's a lot of great solutions there to help you be protected in terms of your funds, but you still need to be vigilant. And we could still be years away from being in a world where you have to worry less about a scammer fooling you into thinking that you're actually in your wallet or hacking your DNS system. So with all things crypto, you still have to be sure. You still have to double check everything, because at the end of the day, scammers out there are smart, and they're going to do anything they can to make some money. Because this issue with My Ether wallet that happened last week, in 2 hours, these guys made hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it pays to be a scammer at the moment.
Yeah, like I work when I'm not podcasting. I work in IT, and cybersecurity is on everyone's mind. The premise nowadays is you are never safe, so you can trust nobody. I think every company works on the basis that you're never safe, and also not every company, but most companies will work on the basis that you already are compromised. And so in terms of a company, you can trust nobody and you're already breached. In terms of individuals, so if you're not a company, in terms of being just a guy at Starbucks, I think you should still have that same mentality. I know it's kind of a paranoia kind of thing, but just don't put your information everywhere. We talked about this the last time, Neil, you were here, about the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Yeah, you think you're safe putting your bikini pictures on Facebook, but no, you're not safe anymore. So being a guy from IT and being a person who spends a lot of time in IT in general, I think we should still be aware that you're never really safe.
Yeah. So, Alan, thank you so much for all this amazing insight. I hope you listeners learned a lot from this, and hope that you're going to be more paranoid now, in terms of how to handle your funds, but it's really for your own sake. So thank you, Alain. Look forward to our next podcast on future topics, and keep on hashing.
you.